I want to indicate here, what is the punishment for homosexuality in Sharia? Please, seeking notifications of parades and
Vice President Vance says all Governor Whitmer has to do is ask, and the National Guard will be in Detroit to fight crime. I'm Dave Kinshin with how community activists are responding next.
Jimmy Fallon came, conquered, and ate well in Metro Detroit. I'm Lauren Edwards in Dearborn with what exactly he had.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
We continue to follow developing news right now out of Pennsylvania.
3 police officers shot and killed in the line of duty. The officers were following up on a domestic-related investigation in a rural area in York County. A total of 5 officers were shot, 3 were killed, and 2 were wounded. The gunman was then killed by police. The 2 injured officers are critical, we're told, but in stable condition.
We grieve for the loss of life for 3 precious souls who served this county, served this Commonwealth, and served this country. This kind of violence isn't okay.
Police have not yet shared the names of anyone involved or what agencies the officers were associated with. The investigation is ongoing.
Well, news alert tonight, ABC is suspending Jimmy Kimmel's Late Show indefinitely. This follows comments he made about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Among the comments, Kimmel said, quote, many in MAGA land are working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk. After that, a number of affiliates said they wouldn't air the show. Nexstar, which operates 23 ABC stations, says Kimmel's comments are offensive and insensitive. ABC has aired Kimmel's late-night show since 2003. President Trump is celebrating the move, congratulating ABC for its courage.
Vice President J.D. Vance making a stop now in southeast Michigan and making an eye-raising offer to the governor.
It's a plan, he says, will make the city of Detroit a safer place, but some local leaders, well, they're firing back. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Kinshin, who has reaction tonight from that comment. Dave.
Yeah, that comment certainly brings this issue back to the forefront. As it relates to Detroit, the vice president says that all Governor Gretchen Whitmer has to do is say the word and the order will be done. Those troops would be rolling into Detroit. Of course, many people think back to 1967 when the troops came in during the riots there. No one really likes that idea this time, although it's a different situation. We'll go to some video of the vice president's event in Howell today. Now, in Howell, he spoke about touting the administration's tax policies, and after his boss, President Trump, federalized local police in Washington, D.C. and deployed the Guard there, the administration says Memphis is next, possibly Chicago, with Detroit still a prospect as well. Watch.
We know that it's the people in Detroit who suffer the most when crime is allowed to run rampant all over city streets. Gretchen, we are happy to send the National Guard to Detroit, Michigan. All you got to do is ask.
You think it would be too crazy?
Yeah, I think it'd be too crazy. Yeah, we think martial law is in full effect. And people are going to start purging.
You don't think this is a good idea at all?
No, not at all. It's going to be war, so I don't think it's safe.
Vice President Vance, thank you for the offer, but no. We working to some great efforts to do our job right here in our city, in our state, to reduce those numbers. Talk to our mayor. Our mayor, our chief of police, have got some great collaborative efforts. We are the boots on the ground, and we're going to those hard-hit areas. I'm dealing with it. If I seriously thought that we were not handling this correctly and we could not get to those people, I would say have at it. But we really are doing a great job.
And that's Detroit's Pastor Mo right there, one of the CVI, Community Violence Intervention folks working with Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan's team. And he says, the mayor says in a statement hitting back with numbers here, quote, in 2024, Detroit's law enforcement strategy produced record declines and resulted in the fewest homicides, shootings, and carjackings since 1965. In 2025, Detroit is right now experiencing a further 15% drop in homicides, 25% 25% drop in shootings and 30% drop in carjackings, all record lows. The current partnership between federal, state, county, and private violence prevention groups is achieving record reductions, and it would be a serious mistake to abandon this successful strategy. Keep in mind, by the way, the mayor did give a shout out to the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney who's been helping to do all of this and really drive down those numbers. Now, tonight at 11, you'll hear from President Trump's appointee to lead federal prosecution during his first term in Detroit and in the Eastern District, so you'll get his reaction to all of this. For now, we're live in Detroit. Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Now, last check, the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, she did not respond. I mean, have you heard anything as of late? Has her office said anything? Because she would have to agree to something like that, as we know.
Yeah, I reached out to the governor's press secretary as well. Haven't heard back yet. You know, the governor's really been walking kind of a fine line with the president. You know, they were in agreement on some things like tariffs in principle, totally different issue. But again, she's really been standing behind the work that Detroit has been doing. And I do think that if there is something said, it might be along those lines.
Yeah, throughout the years, they certainly have had an interesting relationship, to say the least. Thanks, Dave.
A Detroit family on edge tonight after a car in their driveway was firebombed this morning, and it was all caught on camera. This happened around 3:30 at a home on Basil Street over on the city's west side. The video showed someone pouring gas on the 2012 Malibu. Boom, there it goes, lighting it and running off. And this isn't the first time the car has been vandalized. The homeowner tells us it's her son's car, and before this, there have been 2 instances of sugar being put in the gas tank, adding he had just gotten his car back from the mechanic.
He's pissed because he's trying to do the right thing. He's never been in any type of trouble. He's a good kid. He's a Christian young man. We just came from church this evening, and then he just had to get it fixed again today for the second time. And now this is happening. Now this is unfixable.
The family has filed police reports, and they say they'll hand over the video footage. They also tell Fox 2 the instances could possibly be tied to a relationship the son was previously in. If you have any information, call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Remember, you will remain anonymous.
Well, we are closing in on the final weekend of summer. It's tough to say, but we're looking to see how the forecast is going to leave us.
We can't say we didn't have an awesome summer, and this week is included in that. Weather Authority Rich Luderman, 10 out of 10, my man.
Thank you, Roop and Taryn. Yeah, this great stretch continues. High pressure still sits over southern Ontario, lower Michigan, Indiana, Ohio. Really no weather within a few hundred miles of us. There are some showers in Iowa. Also a few showers today in parts of the UP. Look at these daytime highs for Detroit, Kalamazoo, Chicago, all topping out at 83, even way up there around Saginaw. 82 degrees. It is cooling off right now. 69 for us, 65 in Lansing. Even cooler numbers to be found up in the Thumb region. How about some live pictures right here in Southfield? Nothing doing with mostly clear skies. We'll get down to 58 on average, and then this great stretch continues. Temperatures will come down just a bit for Friday and Saturday. If you're looking for some rain, it's going to be Monday that brings the best chance. That's the day we welcome fall. Ruben Taryn, a full check of the numbers in 20.
All right, thanks, Rich. Jimmy Fallon took Detroit by storm last weekend, bringing the Tonight Show to town.
And while seeing the sights, including a big Lions win, he grabbed a bite to eat at a historic Dearborn bar. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards had the best assignment of the night, taste testing this iconic burger that Lauren, as I understand, already was iconic, but Jimmy can't stop talking about this burger.
He can't stop talking about it. And Roop, I love how you said I had the best story of the night, because it was. And we got a bite of that sandwich and it tastes so good. But get this, if you want to still get a picture, like you couldn't make it to the show, but you want to get a picture, they have kept the sign up where it says The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. It's still up there, because before he took the Detroit Opera House by storm, he was all the way over in Dearborn grabbing a bite to eat, making memories. Take a look at some of these photos, because they're so great. And they were so happy to share them with us. Just Jimmy, you know, at Miller's Bar over in Dearborn. Again, just making memories and putting smiles on people's faces. Now, Mr. Fallon, known for his late night laughs, making the most of his time at Miller's Bar, Michigan Avenue in Dearborn, snapping a few pics. And while there Saturday, he ordered a cheeseburger melt, or patty melt, the owner says, a burger, but it's not on buns, it's on sliced bread, and saying on social media it's one of the best burgers he's ever had. And we spoke with the staff, who says that when they got the call, it was a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, they couldn't remember, but the person on the other line said, you know, Jimmy Fallon's gonna stop by in 30 minutes, and 30 minutes came and went, and they waited and waited, and then he walked through the door, a moment they say they will never forget.
Oh my gosh, it was so exciting. I just, like, jaw on the floor, could not believe, you know, just biggest smile on my face, and just said, welcome to Miller's, you know. He just was exactly how you would imagine him to be in person. He was awesome. He just came in and just exuded this positivity and warm, welcoming personality to everyone. It was awesome.
He was absolutely friendly. He was so down to earth. I mean, he was FaceTiming with the customers. Everybody felt so comfortable because that's his nature. He just makes you feel so welcoming when you're in his presence.
So Miller says that, you know what, they are no stranger to fame at all. Yes, they were so grateful for Jimmy Fallon, but they've had presidents and other celebrities come in, but definitely Jimmy making a lasting impression. Now, coming up on the edge, why Miller's? I asked him why. You know, there's so many great places to go to in Detroit, and they gave a very heartfelt response. Reporting live here in downtown Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Well, the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates today. That means borrowing costs are dropping. But the big question now, will it be enough to boost jobs?
You know, it feels like our differences are tearing us apart. Politics, religion, ideology. But what if instead of fueling division, we learn to turn that hate into conversation? An expert in studio with us with some ideas on how to bridge the gap.